Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Strats. Welcome back to the channel. Now, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and leave a like on the video. Today, I want to be going over how to improve your aim in Battlefield 6 or Battlefield REDSEC. And real quick before we get started, if you guys are looking for any energy supplements, whether it's for gaming or going to the gym, highly recommend going over to dubby.gg. The Japanese soda flavor is my favorite. Use code STRATS for 10% off on all your purchases. Now, let's get into the video. So first thing I like to do is I load up the firing range and I either get a carbine or an AR, and I go in here and just do some practice shots on all the practice targets. Now, what I like to do first is do a single shot volley. So I go around to each individual target and I one tap each target in sequential order, and then I just do this until all the dummies have fell. Basically what this is going to do is lock in those fine motor skills and try to get you not to over adjust or overcompensate for your targets, and get you being able to get those fine motor skills down. As you can see, like when I switch back and forth, sometimes I overshoot my targets, and a lot of times this is based on your settings as well. It's really what you are running in your settings. But after I get done with that single round volley, I go to full auto, and then I just like to do burst each target and switch back and forth. Now, I won't go in sequential order. I try to mix it up to randomize the the dummies in my brain, right? So I'll just do this. I might go for the farther one here. You know, get a little bit of AR bloom. You know how it is, like that. I'll try to, burst on that one and then finish that up. So I basically do that for, 5 minutes or so. Just shoot around at the targets. Just get my aim down, kind of go back and forth. You're going to try to want to strafe as well. Try to get in a sense of moving and shooting as well, instead of really just standing stationary in the firing range. And so that's really what I like to do in the firing range. But as far as game modes go and actually playing the game modes that I like to do to get warmed up are going to be squad deathmatch and domination on Empire State, Merrick Valley, and Siege of Cairo. I believe these are the best close quarters maps to be able to get really good aim practice in before you go into those larger conquest matches or before you go into Battlefield REDSEC. And one thing I also really want to emphasize on is that no matter what settings you use, at the end of the day, it's really whatever's comfortable for you. I know I've put out a ton of settings videos oh, these are the best settings to use, and that's just my personal recommendation. Now, what I like to play with versus what my buddy like to play with versus what your cousin likes to play with is all going to be different. So really what feels most comfortable to you is going to be your best option for controller sensitivity. Now, with that being said, if you do like someone else's controller sensitivity, then that's fine. You can use it, you can tweak it to how you feel in the game. So for example, what I did, I watched several YouTube videos the best aim assist settings, the best controller sense, the best ADS sense, and then I went in and actually tweaked those in game to what I felt like was necessary and what was really kind of tailored and adjusted to me. So now I'm able to go in games and my aim is smooth and flawless because I know that my aim isn't somebody else's. It's my personal settings. It's my own settings. And I really highly recommend everyone to do the same thing. A mistake that I see a lot of other people making, to be honest, is they try to stay stationary the whole time. So what really helps a lot of people in gunfights is going to be what's called strafing. Now, if you're not familiar with strafing, or if you're new to first-person shooters, strafing is essentially where you're aiming down the sights and you're moving at the same time. But basically what it does is going to make you be a harder target to hit while your enemies are trying to shoot at you. Also, while we're on the topic of controllers and aim sense settings and all that kind of good fun jazz, I highly recommend that if you're going to be doing any kind of controller tuning or figuring out your own settings or anything like that, I think it's important that you don't change your settings too fast. And what I mean by this is, you try this one YouTuber settings and it feels good, or you try this one YouTuber settings for one game and then you don't do good, you don't drop, go 30 and 1 or 30 and 2 or whatever, and then you give up. You say, oh, these settings are trash. I highly recommend just using them for a couple days to actually get used to them, because your body's little fine motor skills are not going to be adapt to whatever other settings other people are playing. I know that some people run super high sense, some people run super low sense. So it's really, you got to get used to it. You got to let your body and your mind adjust to what you're actually going to be playing. So like I said, just head into the firing range, warm up, shoot some targets, don't take it too serious, move around a little bit, get some movement, get some flow when you stuff, get some pep in your step, if you will. and then just go in and start playing a more of a CQB game mode, small match game mode like I'm playing right now, the squad deathmatch. You know, and there's certain maps that I recommended you play that I think are really the best ones for like getting the most engagements out of the game mode itself. But yeah, that's basically all the like recommendations that I have for you guys. Now, I've came out with several controller settings videos and aim guides and things like that. So if you want to check those out, you can check them out in my other videos on my channel. But that's really all I have for you guys today. If you did enjoy the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.